Microphone check 1 2. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. NetworkBruh in the building. We got my man Kelvin. Shout out Kelvin. Got S Smooth in the building. Dave W. Y'all give me a second here. What we need here? We need some camera. Look like I don't think y'all can see me over there. Microphone check 1 2. All right. What else I need here? Hold on. Y'all give me a minute. Hold on. Let me get the brothers going here. Yeah, I know I typically don't stream on Fridays, but I said I ain't got nothing to do right now. And I might stream in the morning tomorrow too, man, before I go play ball. Today we're gonna do that. There's restricting Telnet access lab that I seen in the book. I said we can knock this one out before I go to bed. Shout out Dave W in the building. Kelvin with the feature over there on Jeremy's IT lab. I hope you guys check that stream out. He was showing us some tips and tricks using Juno OS, Juniper routers and switches and stuff. I don't know shit about Juniper. Y'all know I'm a Cisco fanboy. But yeah, he was doing his thing over there, man. Shout out Kelvin for that little feature over there. That would be dope if I could get featured on his channel. Jeremy's a nice guy, man. He's got a really good course that he's working on right now. If y'all doing a CCNA, let me power on router here. We only need 2 routers for this lab, man. Y'all want to go ahead and get, if you guys have the book. Y'all know I'm just knocking this out real quick, and that's why I'm a little discombobulated right now. But it's lab number 94 in the book, page 410. 410, lab number 94. Let me go ahead and get a screenshot of the topology real quick, so that way, in case you don't got the book, you could at least follow along. Go ahead and fire up Packet Tracer. I don't know if you can do Packet Tracer with this. This lab has a difficulty rating of 8 out of 10, so that's what they've been doing with all the ACL labs, and that's what I like about this book too, man. ACL was not one of my strong points, and this book, man, he's drilling the ACLs with us, man. Like, you know, that's like, you know, you playing hoops and you're not really good with your left hand, so they keep forcing you to the left. You know what I mean? So that way you know, do some left hand floaters, left hand layups, and drive to the left and all this other stuff. So he keep getting us go to our left, even though we are righty. You know what I mean? That's what I like about Paul Browning, man. He gets us to work on our weak points and stuff. And maybe I don't know. Maybe that's a weak point for a lot of CCNA students, and that's why he drilled us with this book, man. Let's see. I'm gonna count real quick. Starting from that lab, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He got like 10 ACL labs, and then he got some bonus troubleshooting labs towards the end. I know it's called 101 Labs, Cisco CCNA book, but there's actually about 120 labs in this book. So let me go ahead and fire up my secure CRT. Let's get some paint going, so that way you guys can see the topology and I can do my annotations and stuff. But did you have fun on that channel over there, Kelvin? I see you was doing your thing over there. The Ghost of NetworkBruh on live. We got Geekmeister in the building. Shout out Geekmeister. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so go ahead and launch up GNS3 if you got it. Launch up EvenG if you got it, or PNet Lab like my man. Who was it? That was that Musa the Gamer. I think uses that. No. Yeah, maybe Musa the Gamer. I can't remember who it was. But PNet Lab looks like a pretty good simulator. I like it because they got these forums and communities where people are building labs, and they break it and they share it with other people, like fix it. That's a good way to work on your troubleshooting skills, like I had to do last night with that with my ACL. So we got router 1. I need to power on router 1 and router 3 before we start working on it. This bad boy. And that bad boy. Y'all know I use hardware. I'm old school, so. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're rocking me on a Friday, man. Y'all know, like I said, I typically don't stream on Fridays, but Don't have my daughter today, and crazy thing is, I wanted to stream a little bit earlier. I don't know what time your stream finished over there, Kelvin, on Jeremy's channel, but I said I'm gonna stream as soon as he's done with this. But then something popped up, so I had to run around and do that. Man, while these routers are booting up, let me tell y'all this story real quick. So, let me pull up router 3. Where's router 3 at? There's router 3. Make sure that he is... Okay, that's router 3. Well, the hell is router 1? Shit. Why are you popping up like this? Last time you wasn't even doing that. Now you act like you don't want to. So, how you make them pop up in the same window, man? Y'all know how to do that with secure CRT? They supposed to just you just do connect in tab, right? Where is it? So like, let's say you wanted to add router 2, connect in tab group, right? That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, yeah, but I don't want it like that. I don't want it split up like that. I don't want it to split up like that. So connect in. Now I want new window. There used to be one that's just connect in tab, and it'll just pop up right here on the side. Y'all remember how to do that? Oh well, he's firing up. Let me make sure my terminal server is connected. Don't worry, we're gonna get this going, y'all. Router 1 and router 3. Yeah, that was a fun collab. You like that? Yeah, that looked pretty fun, man. You kind of lost me with that, but with that stuff, man. I was like, hold up, what's he working on, man? Show me that topology real quick. And I'm just like, okay. But then something popped up, so I couldn't watch the whole thing. But yeah, shout out to Kelvin for that feature over there, man. That's pretty dope, man. Because I don't know nothing about Juniper, man. I need to work on my flexibility there. But that's the router we're gonna work. I mean, the topology we're gonna work with. We only need 2 routers. I want to start. You know what I want to start doing? I want to start doing freestyle Fridays. Whenever I have a chance, or whenever I have a chance to stream on Fridays, we're just gonna freestyle it. We're just gonna put some routers together and build a huge topology. And we'll have some branch networks and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna start doing. We're gonna call it Freestyle Fridays, man. Y'all trademark that for me, man. But so yeah, drag and drop 2 routers just like this right here. Router 1 and router 3, right? Put a serial cable in between them. Mine's already cabled up, so this is just like the topology from the other day. And let's go ahead and make sure that these guys are powered on. Looks like he's powered on. And he's powered on. Y'all know how to do the host names and stuff, right? Because I think that's the first thing you got to do is change the host name. And he obviously is already router 1. Go ahead and put that interface, this interface, with those respective IP addresses. Make sure this guy's doing the clocking, right? Y'all know how to do that, right? We've done that a million times on this channel, right? Let me go ahead and change this color too. Let's do this. I want to keep my colors there. Right, y'all can see my screen, right? What happened to the big font? I thought I had some big font going on here, man. Now I act like I don't want to do that no more. Anyway, we'll go to global config mode and configure RT. That's the new command right there, right? My interfaces are 00000, so yours might be different. His IP address is 172.16.1.1. 1.1. Subnet mask /26, which is .192. 192. He is going to be doing the clocking, right? And what clock rate they said at? It's probably going to be 768,000. I didn't look at this lab. I didn't do this one yet. No, they want 2 megabits per second. Interesting. That's slow as shit, but it is what it is. Let's see. He said 2 hours and 12 minutes of Juniper. That's what's up, man. So you finished right when I started streaming. Oh, what I was going to. Appreciate you going live tonight. Much needed. My job's via analog. Cisco transition was terrible. That's crazy, Dave. Now I got to configure static IPs for all the Cisco phones at the site. Oh, man. That's the same exact thing I had to do, man. That's crazy how you asked me that question. You asked me if I was working with VoIP phones, and I was like, yeah, when I used to work in the school system, we had to transition from Avaya to Cisco VoIP. And that's the same exact shit you doing, man. That's crazy, man. But yeah, man, it was one of the last schools in Orange County public school system. They had about 250-something schools, and this school was in the hood. This was the last one. They was like, man, let them stay with their regular phones, man. They call 911 using their cell phones anyway, so who cares? Anywho, but yeah, I was one of the desktop support. I was the only desktop support guy at the site. I had to go run around, plug up all them phones, make sure that they got their configuration, and set up the static IPs, man. Same exact thing that I had to do, man. That's crazy, man. But anywho, the clock rate is 2 megabits per second, right? Know what they said? Yeah, 2 megabits per second. However, when you do the clock rate, you can only set it at bits per second. So we gotta convert 2 megabits to 2 bits per second. How you do that? Y'all know that? If not, then just go ahead and Google it like I will. Unless you Encyclopedia Brown and you super smart like that, right? So 2 megabits to bits like that. Look at it, I already got it saved up. We might have had another lab like that. It is that right there. I guess I should know that one, but yeah. See that? Is that available? No, it's not. It's gonna be somewhere right between here, right? No, this is like 2 million bits basically. That's basically what that is. So that's the clock rate, and that's available. We can show our work with show controllers. I should have done 000, but it's probably gonna show up. Let me see. Let's get rid of that. 000. Remember, your interfaces might be different. Once you do that, you should be able to at least see the clock rate and see that it is the clock DCE side, right? So it's the DCE side, just like that. And the clock rate is 2 megabits per second, so that is correct. And we also wanted to check, shout out to PS for this command, show protocols, and we'll see that it is admin down, but we can see that the IP address and the subnet mask is correct. So let's go ahead and do that side right there, right? Boom. Let's go to router 3. Go to global config mode. Anybody that doesn't know how to do a host name, if not, just go ahead and ask. If not, it's just host name and then you put the name of the host, right? Don't be afraid to ask me any questions. You know, I don't, you know, there's no such thing as a dumb question. His IP address is 172.16.1.2. This is a friendly learning environment. If anybody talk shit about you, don't worry, I'm gonna boot him out, man. What the fuck? His subnet mask is /26, so he's .192. Stupid app, man. They even putting abs and shit. Y'all don't believe what rookie shit that I did today, man. So, what he said. Now I gotta configure. Oh yeah. So, so my mom, you know, she was spending the night today, right? So she comes over and she wanted to watch some TV and stuff, but I don't have cable, right? So I got everything Wi-Fi, but I use her cable. The Spectrum, the ISP, they have like this portable application where you could like watch the channels and stuff anywhere you go to, right? So as long as you have internet access, right? So I use her log on to get the app going, and so she can watch her shows and stuff, right? She watches wrestling. So, but it wasn't working, right? So I'm like, damn, what the hell? Then I realized, oh, my internet, it's not connected to my internet for some reason. So I go to the router. While this is going, let me go ahead and shut this bad boy. And then let's verify that I can at least ping across. Don't worry, I'll get back to that story. Show IP interface brief. Exclude unassigned. No, let's do this. I like show protocols. That's one of my favorite commands now. As long as I've been doing this shit, I didn't even know about it, man. So 1.2/26. Let's go ahead and bring him up, right? Because right now he's down. So go to global config mode, right? And in case you're just following along, it is page number 410, lab number 94 in the book. And this is the book we're using. 101 Labs Cisco CCNA version 4. You can get a copy of this from 101labs.net. It's authored by this guy named Paul Browning and co-authored by Farai Tafai. He is a CCIE, double CCIE. On top of that, experts agree that we retain only 10% of what we read. 10% of what we read. Can you imagine? You reading a whole damn chapter, you only remember 10% of it. That's why sometimes you'll read something, and 10 minutes later you forget about it, right? Reading comprehension. But 90%, we retain 90% of what we do. So this is why I'm always preaching you guys to do this stuff hands-on. Don't just watch. Fire up your routers, fire up GNS3, fire up EvenG, and follow along with us, right? But you could also get a copy of this book. There's a link in the description box below. And then you should be able to get it from Amazon. So it is an affiliate link, so I do get like commission and stuff like that. 1.2, he is up right now, isn't he? Didn't I just bring him up? No, I didn't. Let's go to global config mode, interface serial 000. So go to the router. And then I realized, oh, it's behind the firmware version, right? So I go ahead and update it. What am I doing? No shut. See, it's hard to kind of like try to tell y'all a story, try to configure this shit, look at the chat room to see if there's any questions that need to be answered while I'm recording. Y'all gotta understand, man. Y'all gotta give me some credit here, right? So I brought him up. Let's go ahead and bring this side up, right? Because interfaces are down by default when you bring the router out the box. So no shut that bad boy. Then we're gonna have to do these loopbacks right here. Loopback 10 through 30, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Go to router 3 and do that, right? Interface loopback 10. His IP address is 10.10.3/25. So 255.255.255. What's /25? That's 128. 128, right? And then IP interface loopback 20 is the other one. His IP address is 10.20.20.3/28 is 255.240, right? Interface, and finally interface loopback 30. IP address is 10.30.30.3/29. So update the firmware, right? And then after that, and I was like, damn, you know what? When I plugged up, because my daughter's TV is plugged up, is wired, hardwired to it, because she watches movies and stuff, and I have a media server set up and everything. So I'm like, but every time I plug it up, it was like orange, so I didn't know what the hell was going on with it. So I was like, what the hell's going on here with this, man? And then, you know, with these TVs can be easily hacked and stuff, and I don't put no password or real security on it. So I unplugged it just in case. And then, and I was like, you know what? Let me change my admin password. Even though I have changed the default password, I've done it before, but I wanted to make it a little bit more secure. So do that. I tried to do it, but then it wouldn't take my new password. Well, it would take the new password, but I don't know what it was. It wasn't taking it. I think I was making it so damn complex that I couldn't even fucking confirm the damn password. You know how you got to write it twice, the first time, and then it was like these don't match. And I'm like, fuck, man, this is too confusing. You know, let me just leave it as is, right? So leave it as is. Log out, log back in, and the shit started asking me for some security questions that I thought I knew the answer to. Well, guess what? I don't know the answer to these questions, right? So try to put the answer. What's the subnet mask for this guy? He's /29, so .240, right? You guys are following along with this and the story, right? See how hard it is, right? Let's go ahead and show protocols real quick. Show protocols and verify our work, right? He's 16.1.2. That's this guy right here. He is 10.10.3. That's this guy right here. The other guy is 10.20.23. This guy right here. And 10.30.33, right? You would think, damn, why is he already like verifying his work? Y'all know we need to verify our work midway through what we're doing. Because remember yesterday, we went over about 23 minutes over our stream. Why? Because we had to troubleshoot. And what did we end up finding? A goddamn typo. Broke our damn ACL like Kevin Durant in the finals. And only to find out it was just a typo, man. Crazy, right? So this is why we got to show our work or verify our work with show commands. Task number 3. Configure static default route. This is just like the other capital labs, man. Even though he's drilling this shit in our head, we got to create a static default route from here, right? And then another static route going this way, right? We already did OSPF, EIGRP, all that shit. They just wanted a static route just to make it easy, all right? We're gonna get to the CCNP book. Don't worry. They got more devices. They got they working with BGP, route redistribution. Don't worry. We're gonna get some more complex shit. Don't worry about it. So create a default route, IP route, quad 0. Any like questions or anything like that? You got the skulls and stuff. They're like dying over there. But does anybody lost? You know, let me know. Don't feel embarrassed or anything like that. Be like, what the hell is a static default route? I'll explain it to you. If not, there's some smart people in the chat room, especially my man Calvin Tran. Go ahead and join his channel. You'll see he does a lot more advanced stuff than we are doing. But yeah, he can answer some questions too. He's a moderator on this channel. Serial 000 is the outgoing interface. I'm gonna do the next hop for router 3. I'm gonna have router 3 look at the next hop for his static default route, right? And then we'll look at his routing table. Because that's the answer to Pete's question from the other day. So we're going to go to router 3 and go to global config mode. We're going to say IP routes quad 0. And then the next hop is going to be 16.1.1, right? So 172.16.1.1. That should be the IP route. Let's take a look at our routing table. Show IP route. And we got a default route right there via 1.1, right? Let's go ahead, and I think we're gonna have to ping anyway, just to verify that we can ping. We're gonna set up a telnet as well. So we only got 6 tasks for this lab. We are on task number 3 right now, creating the static routes. We did the loopbacks already. Finally, configure router 1 to allow telnet sessions. So router 3 needs to be able to telnet to that guy right there, right? Y'all know how to set that up. If not, then just follow along, and I hope you got even G or GNS3 or something. Don't just watch. Don't just watch. You're not going to learn this shit just watching. You know, some of it you might, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure most of you guys are kinesthetic learners, and you need to be hands-on doing this stuff for it to stick. We did about 8 ACL labs already right now. I could probably do ACLs in my sleep right now. But Not really, but I'm getting better at it. So give me some credit. Bars. Final router 3. Okay, so we got to go to router 1. We got to allow telnet, right? So go to global fig mode. We got to go to VTY lines, right? So line 0 through, line VTY 0 through 4. We're going to say transport input telnet. That's going to allow telnet. Then they said, the OCL said to use the password, all caps, Cisco for the login. So we're going to do password, Cisco. Simple enough, right? Cisco, right? And we got to do the same thing on the other side? Probably not. Nope. That's it. That's it for task 3. Task 4, test connectivity. Ping router 1 from router 3. But to go a little deeper, they said, dismiss. Ping router 1 from router 3, just like this right here. But they want to do it. They want us to do it from that serial interface, but they also want us to do it from loopback 1, from loopback 20, and from loopback 30. So that means we got to change the what? The source interface, right? Because typically, by default, you're going to use your interface that you can connect to it. But they want us to change the source interface when we do it. So let's go ahead and do that, right? And then we're going to create an ACL to say who can telnet and who can't telnet, right? So we're going to have one of these guys getting blocked or something like that, right? I was trying to make it so that way it's pretty and stuff. Y'all know I'm trying to use my colors now. So, but where we at here? He said someone needs to get on gamification of CCNA contents. What you mean? Guaranteed gold mine right there. I don't know what you're talking about, man. iOS is basically a game already. It is, man. Do you have the same mask for the loopbacks? It's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be. So it's 25, 28, and 29. I hope I don't have the same ones. Let's verify that though. Show protocols. My favorite command now. /26. Nope, that's not it. It's 25, 28. Oh, good catch. Who caught that? Percy Price. Shout out to Percy for that one, man. I put the wrong subnet mask. I appreciate you for doing that, Percy. See, you guys are paying attention. Ha ha ha. Let me make sure. Let me see. Did I really do that? Let me see. 240. Yes, good catch, Percy. I like that, man. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about, man. See, we'd have been stuck configuring something or troubleshooting something right here. So interface loopback 30. Good catch, man. So IP address 10.30.30.3, and he is /248. 248. So .248 rather. 248. And that's what I did. What I do? I put 240. Is that what I did? Yeah, I did 240 for both of them. I sure did. Good catch, Percy. Shout out for that, man. Dude, this is the first time you tuning in, bro? All right, so where was we at? We needed to ping this time from router 3. We're just going to do this. Ping from here. Oops. Yeah, we're just going to ping from here to there. And then change the source interfaces, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Ping 172. Let me make sure, because I don't know if all caps works or not. I think it does. 16.1.1. I'll go ahead and ping that. That worked, right? So now let's change the source interface to loopback 10. Loop 10. That worked. Loop 20. That worked. Pray to the network gods and hope loop 30 works. And it does work. Beautiful. So, like a damn sniper. I'm saying, man, for him to catch that, I was just like, what you talking about, man? Dude, I'm growing at oh shit. Episode number 63. You think I have it right about now, but see, everybody's prone to mistakes, man, and I'm not afraid to, I'm putting myself out in the world. Y'all seeing my mistakes, but this is why I got the Fat Finger Squad in the building to help me out. So, I wish y'all could sit and do the exams with me and stuff, man. I'll be like, hey, Percy, what's question 35, man? But anyways, we tested connectivity from each respective loopbacks. Task 5, we only got 6 tasks. We're almost done here, y'all. Task 5, create an ACL, an extended ACL named Telnet in on router 1. So, let's go ahead and erase this. We're going to create an ACL on router 1, right? Right here. We're going to create an ACL right here. This guy is kind of like the, whatchamacallit, the bouncer, right? He going to block any kind of traffic that he don't want, right? We're going to create a traffic to allow, who we going to allow? It says here, we're going to call it telnet-in, all caps. This ACL should permit telnet traffic from host 1010.3, that's this guy right here, so we're going to permit this guy, to any IP address on router 1. So he's going to be able to get through this ACL right here. That guy right there. Deny Telnet from 2023. So loopback 20. So loopback 20 is going to be denied. He can't come in if he try to get in. Deny Telnet. Right? So he going to try to get in. But it's Telnet access and he going to get blocked. All right, so we're going to put a T there. We need to remember that. And then all this shit in task 5, right? That's why he don't want to make it like 10 tasks. He put like seven subtasks within one task, even though it's just task 5. I told y'all there's only 6 tasks here, but he put like 8 sentences in here. So deny Telnet from that host to any IP address, and then permit Telnet host to anything. So this guy's gonna be allowed to Telnet. This guy, he gonna be able to Telnet. Yep, so he can Telnet through there. So he should be good to go. Just like that, right? We're going to put a T there. Let me see here. Apply this ACL to the Telnet lines. Oh, this is a tricky one right here. Apply this ACL to the Telnet lines on router 1 for inbound traffic. Now, y'all know, typically, when we create these ACLs, we've been putting them on physical interfaces. Now, and I see what they're doing here. Now, they want us to take that ACL and apply it on the Telnet, the VTY lines. And I'll show y'all how to do that if you don't know how. Let me see. He said, why change the source interface when you can change the IP? You could do either or, Dave. Good question, though. So I could have done source, 1010.3 instead of source loopback 10. You could do either or. I just like to do loopback because when you do loopback, you can just tab over and do loopback. You can't tab over to the IP address. That make any sense? Destination is the same IP. Sources are different IPs. I guess Pete, you was answering Chris. What's his name's question? I can't remember. But outside of debugging, are there any useful purposes for loopback interfaces? They're always up. So when you need for testing connectivity, you could always ping the loopback. If you have reachability to it, you could at least see, because what if it's a bad physical port or a cable is not connected to the interface? A loopback can always be up if you just set it up that way. You know what I mean? So that's why loopbacks are they're reliable. Also, loopbacks are virtual, set at destination. Exactly what P said. They'll never go down. You could get to a router's loopback when some of its physical. Exactly. See, great minds think alike, Pete. Man, I swear, Pete be answering, man. I need to make you a moderator, bro. But yeah, shout out to Pete for that, man. Okay. So what are we doing? We need to create the ACL name, all caps, Telnet in, right? Go to global config mode. No, we got to do this on who? On router 1. So I'm the wrong guy. Let's go to router 1. Y'all with me so far? Good questions in there in the chat room over there, though, man. IP access list extended, and he said all caps Telnet -in. Oops, not the letter N, but the word in, right? And then once we in here, this should permit Telnet. So we already know we need to put the keyword permit. Permit. It should permit. It was this first one right here, right? Who are we gonna permit? Loopback 10, right? So who are we gonna permit? We about to put the source IP. So 1010.3. He said should permit Telnet from host. So we know we got to put the host there. Host keyword. That lets us know right there. Permit. Right? Oh, my. So here it is. I forgot. We got to do the protocol here. Should permit Telnet traffic. So we got to do. You can't do Telnet from here, right? You can't put port 23. So what you got to do? You got to know the what type of protocol Telnet is. I know Telnet is TCP traffic. How do I know it? Because the way I remember it is T for TCP. Is the same thing as Telnet. So TCP, Telnet is a TCP type of traffic. So we got to put TCP and then the source. So the source IP is a host of 2 or 10.10.10.3. And then the destination, right? You got to do the destination here. Yes, destination address. What's the destination address? 172.16.1.1. That right there. So 172.16.1.1. Destination wildcard bits, or we'll just put the exact IP address. But actually, it said should permit Telnet traffic from that host to any IP address on router 1. So we ain't even got to do all this. We'll just say any, just like that. But it says any on router 1. So that's my thing. We'll just put any because there's only one destination anyway. Right? So we'll do that. And then we can put the protocol. So EQ and then Telnet. Pop quiz for y'all. What is the port number for Telnet? So that's the first rule right there. What he said. Oh, you was answering his questions. All right, good. Appreciate that. So we permit Telnet from that host to any IP. Then the next rule was to deny. So we know we gotta do deny. And then Telnet from a specific host. So we know Telnet is TCP traffic, right? From a specific host. What was the host? It was this guy right here, the one with the red X, right? Is 10.20.23. So 10.20.20.3. What's the destination this time? To any IP on router 1. So we got to do any. And then we can do the protocol. So in this case, EQ. Anybody got that port number yet? Telnet. Right, so we're denying. So this X right here is going to give us the deny, right? And then the last rule was to allow loopback 30s to Telnet, basically. So permit TCP. Right? He said permit Telnet? Yes, permit Telnet. So permit TCP host 10.30.30.3 from that host to any IP on router 1. So any EQ. Y'all know the port number for Telnet yet? Anybody? Since y'all ain't gonna answer it, I'm going to go ahead and put it. It's 23. That's 23. That's the pop quiz for the day. Show access list. So yeah, back to that router, right? And it started asking me some router security questions, and I kept trying to put them in. I'm like, ask me questions that I knew, and I was like, I don't remember setting this up, but these are my answers. These are the only possible answers. So I go in there, put my serial number for my router's address, go to the website and stuff, and it said I missed the warranty's expiration by like 3 days. It was a year warranty. I bought this thing last year, right when COVID-19 happened. So it was a year. I was like, fuck. And it said, you got to, if you want any kind of, if you want any test support, here are the plans. It was like $80, $40. I was like, I ain't paying no damn plans just to fix my damn route. So I was like, let me just call them and see if there's something they could do. So give him the call. He said 80 is HTTP. Yes. But I asked about Telnet. And Christopher said 23 or 21. I'm going to go with 23. And Christopher, you are correct. It's 23. 21 is actually SSH. Yeah, 21 is SSH. And Christopher said it again. 21, 22 for SSH, 23 Telnet. What's 21 again? Yeah, 21 is SSH, I believe. I think 22 and 21 is SSH, if I'm not mistaken. No, SSH is 21. And Telnet, SSH is 22. Telnet's 23. 21 is actually FTP. 22 and 21 is FTP. And correct me if I'm wrong. One of y'all might have to Google that. But, so we're going to show our work with show access lists. We're permitting this guy. That's what this was, right? Green. So we're permitting that guy. 10.333 to anything. We're denying this guy. That's why we put a red X. 10.20.23. And then we're permitting this guy. I'm glad I got these keywords because it made the colors a lot easier. And plus I'm doing it in Paint too, so I hope that makes it a lot easier for you guys too. So I realized I needed it. It's just that it gave me a little bit more space when I removed this right here. But, the annotations makes it a lot easier when I use different colors and stuff. So next we got to apply this ACL to the Telnet lines on router 1, right? So remember we used to apply the ACLs to the physical interface. Now we got to do it to the VTY lines. How we do that? We go to global config mode and we say line VTY, if I can spell, VTY 0 through 4. And we're going to say IP access. How you do it? Rate your Netgear support. Man, listen. So yeah, back to that damn story. They gave me a freaking email. Yes, he was right. FTP is 20 and 21. That's correct. I was correct. So yeah, FTP is 2021. SSH is 22 and Telnet is 23. So, and there's obviously there's a lot more and stuff like that. 25, I believe, is shit. I forgot them damn port numbers. HTTP is 80 and 43 is HTTPS. There's a whole bunch of them. I forgot what they are. What else we was working on? The access control list. We need to put it on VTY lines. Can you just do access group? Access class is what it is, I believe. And now you can put the name of the access list, which was Telnet -in, just like that. Oh, what we got to do? Oh, we got to select whether it's inbound or outbound, I believe, in this case. Yep, for incoming. So and since the ACL is right here, right, we're allowing or denying that traffic, and it's going inbound, right? This is ingress traffic to this router right here, right? So that's why we got to apply it inbound, right? One way to remember it, I don't know if you know Keith Barker. I'm pretty sure you guys know who Keith Barker is, right? If you watch CBT Nuggets and stuff like that. He said, just think of the router. If you're trying to figure out whether it's inbound or outbound, just look at the router, right? And think of his arms or whatever. Is this traffic going out of me or is it coming into me, right? So his arms will be like, you know, whether that's his interfaces. If the traffic is coming inbound from to this side, then it's on his left router or whatever, left arm or whatever. Just think of it that way. You are the router is what he said. So let's show, how you do it? Show lines? I don't know how to verify show line. Verify the access class. Interesting. Show access. Where how you verify that that was applied to the VTY line. So VTY, I don't know. That's a good one. I don't know. Maybe in the book they'll show us in the solution. But task 6 is to test it, and we're done. We're gonna wrap this up and call it a night. And then I think I'm gonna get up early tomorrow morning, and we're gonna do another lab. I'm gonna get up around. I say we'll do a lab. I'll join the Discord server, and I'll let you guys know whenever I feel like it. But it'll be like maybe 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Here's the link to the Discord server if you guys want to follow along. Like I said, I typically don't stream on Saturdays, but I'm gonna stream tomorrow before I go play ball. Word of the warning: outbound ACLs can get wonky. The order of operations, more of a CCIE thing, is such that the outbound ACL is applied after routing and not and such. Interesting. Yeah, because I normally with outbound ACLs, I don't think I've ever had to work with it, and thank God, because I think that shit would make it confusing as hell. And it's just like what you were saying when I was working with natting. Remember when I was doing, by mistake, I was doing IP NAT and I was doing outside source, and you're like, yeah, I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. Yeah, because that's like you said, it's more of an advanced thing, and it's a really niche setup, you know, configuration for you to set outbound natting and outbound ACL. So good point, Kelvin. So if you have addresses that get translated, you need to have the ACL match the addresses post-translation. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, that's beyond me. That's I'm getting mind blown just reading what you're saying over there. But good point though. So if you know, Kelvin, how do you verify the VTY line? The access control list was applied to the VTY lines. That's what I wanted to know. Because normally you would do show serial, show interfaces, and then show IP interface serial 000, right? And then you'll be able to see whether the ACL was applied or not on the physical interface. How do you get that for a VTY line? They'll probably tell me in the book, but if you guys know, let me know. We need a live for the ball up too. Man, listen, sometimes I'll be having good weeks and sometimes I don't, but that would be cool if I do a live on this channel. But, I keep this stuff strictly networking. I actually do have another YouTube channel that I do, like, lifting weights and playing ball and stuff like that, but I don't tell nobody about that channel. You're going to have to find it if you want to look for it. So we got to test our ACL. We got to Telnet from Telnet to router 1 from those loopbacks. So basically, this is what we're going to do. We're going to basically test what we just did, right? Remember, we created an ACL right here, right? We applied it to the VTY lines, just like this right here. And then they want us to test the ACL. Basically, he should be able to get through, and he should be able to get through, right? So he should be able to Telnet to that. He should be able to Telnet to that. He should get blocked if our ACLs were written correctly. And Kelvin probably knows by just reading it, right? So he should get blocked right here if he tried to Telnet to it. So let's go ahead and test our configuration. Go to router 3, pray to the network gods, and say Telnet 172.16.1.1. Let's do that from the serial interface. We should know that should automatically get blocked. Remember, we tried it already, and we was able to. No, we didn't Telnet. We pinged. But now we should not. Theoretically, we should not even be able to ping this time. Let's see. Ping. Remember, we was able to ping from there to there, right? Ping 172.16.1.1. Oh, we should be able to. Interesting. I thought we created an ACL that would deny all of that. But anyways, let's see. Telnet into that 172.16.1.1. I hope I did that too. Them ACLs. Let me verify my ACLs before we over here. Access list. Deny host. Deny TCP. Host. Any. Oh. Yeah. Oh, it's deny. Oh, it's permitting to. But I thought it would be an implicit deny for all the IP traffic. But whatever. I guess that's why it went through. So now we're gonna telnet to 172.16.1.1, and it's refused. See, we'd used the serial interface and tried to telnet, blocked. If we'd have done it earlier, we should have been able to theoretically be able to. So now let's change the source interface to those respective loopbacks, which is actually hyphen source interface, or / source hyphen interface. Say that 5 times. Loopback 10, and we should be able to get through. Beautiful. All caps Cisco. Beautiful. So that worked. Pray to the network gods and try the other loopback 20. We should theoretically get blocked. Get on our knees, pray to the network gods, and we got blocked. Connection refused by host. So bam, you can't get in. Loopback 30 finally, and we should be able to get blocked. 30, enter. And not blocked. We should be able to get in. All caps Cisco, and we're in. Beautiful. That's it for today's lab number 94, restricting inbound telnet access using extended ACL. So we was able to block this guy from coming in and allow traffic, or telnet traffic rather, from these two loopbacks right here. Next time you guys want to follow along, get you a copy of this book, 101 Labs Cisco CCNA version 4. You get a copy of this from 101labs.net, or there's a link in the description box below. It'll take you to an Amazon link. You should be able to get it on Amazon Prime. It is an affiliate link, so I do get commission and stuff like that. I don't remember whether show line will show the. I tried that, Kelvin. It didn't work. I thought that's what it was, but I'm sure you could do like show run, something like that, and then section line like that, and you'll be able to see that you got a ACL applied like that. But I wanted to see if there was another way. Let me see. Show access. Let's see. Access expression. No, that ain't it. If you do access list, that's just going to show you the access lists. But that's not going to show you where was it applied. And there go the log matches right there. Or at least the hit matches. So, anywho, go ahead and join the Discord server, man. If y'all want to know. Because I'm going to go ahead and stream again tomorrow. Sometime tomorrow morning. You know, I'm going to work out and then I'm a lab, man. This is what I've been trying to do, man. Working out, labbing, man. And so yeah, back to that story. So I'm sitting here trying to get into this router. I updated the firmware and I was trying to update the password because I was just like, I started getting a little paranoid for a second and it wouldn't let me in. So then I was just like, all right, well, let me just, try to get back in. Once I updated firmware, put the password in, and then it started asking me some router security questions. So I'm like, I didn't make this, man. So I tried to put the router security questions. It wouldn't let me in. I was like, fuck. Check the the help guy, and it was like, ask me for the serial number. It says your warranty expired 3 days ago, and it was a year of free warranty. And called them up. They was just like, yeah, we gonna have to charge you or whatever for tech support. And I'm like, sitting here trying to figure out the damn router security questions, and I'm like, cause I don't remember setting these up. He's just like, yeah, we understand, but you could either, pay 6 months for like $80 or something like that, and like 100, I think a year for like 130. I was like, I ain't paying that shit. And I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. I was like, oh, okay, I got it on speakerphone. I was like, you want to go ahead and get a credit card going and see? I was like, I'll call you back because I'm gonna have to figure this out myself, man. Because I'm like, I was like, damn. Let me just grab my credit card. I'm grabbing my credit card. So I grabbed my credit card. I'm sitting there talking, told lady, whatever. And then I was like, man, let me just. And it was like, well, we do have a 3-month one for like $50. I was like, oh, that ain't bad, man. I was like, let me just do that, man, real quick. So I was like, all right, set it up. Gave him the password. Gave him, paid for it with my credit card. It was like only $50, but you only get 3 months of tech support. So, and I was just like, I can't get in this thing, man. And then my mom wanted to watch something. So I was like, yeah, I can't get in this thing. I was just like, yeah. So I paid for it. And he was like, yeah, all right, let me check. Okay, yeah, I got the email. All right, do you have a paper clip? Right when they said that, I was like, this motherfucker got me. I could have reset that shit my damn self. I was like, Man, I could have done that, man. I could have Googled that and reset it myself, man. But then she walked me through that easy ass shit. Network engineer, calling tech support to fucking reboot a router the fucking easy way, and I could have fucking easily Googled, man. I'm gonna call up my credit card. I hope they watching this shit too. I'm gonna call up my credit card and tell them deny that service, man. Cause I'm like, they could have gave. I know I didn't set up that router security pass. I know I set up the admin password and changed that, but the router security questions, I did not do that. But who knows? Who cares? I don't give a fuck. But anyways, y'all run with that like button, man. If y'all like that story and you like what you see with these labs and stuff like that, man, hit me with a comment below. If you want to see the specific topic tomorrow, because typically I stream Monday through Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right? But tomorrow I ain't got shit to do. Well, I do got shit. I ain't really got shit to do. I've got a little bit more free time, so I'm gonna go ahead and stream tomorrow. But for now, comment, like, subscribe to the network.